Some of these traders have been making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars trading altcoins recently. And in this video, I'm going to teach you a brand new method that I've found that you can use to find these wallets over and over again so that you can find the next altcoins that they're buying and piggyback their knowledge in order to find some of the biggest gains in the markets. Also, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you 5 wallets that have been making these killings recently so that you can literally plug them in and get notifications to your phone when they take a trade so that you can do the very same thing. If that sounds good, hit the like button. Let's get into today's video. Now guys, if you subscribe to my channel, you'll understand that in crypto, you either have to have a huge amount of knowledge of different crypto projects and chart reading and all these different bits and pieces, which is time consuming and difficult to learn, or you just have to have a knowledge of how to use tools in order to be lazy and piggyback other people's knowledge. And yeah, I have a little bit of a mixture of both of these things. But let's be honest, this is more fun. Not only is it more fun, but we're also perhaps running out of time, and learning charts and things takes a long time. And before I get into the process or the method, which you're dying to hear, I found this really cool thing from the Rational Root over on Twitter, which is the Bitcoin spiral, the 4-year cycle. Just so you know guys, because our amount of time to be able to cash in on big gains is running out a little bit. We're here right now, and as you can see, this is the end of 2024, the end of this year. And around this point, you can see these dark blue dots on previous cycles. These dark blue dots are when Bitcoin hits all-time highs. And as you can see, Bitcoin could well be hitting this area around the end of 2024 into early 2025. And whenever it starts to top out, that's when we want to be starting to maybe kind of moving out of the market a little bit. So this quarter here is when we need to get aggressive. And I get it. You're like, shut up. Get on with this method. All right. Pump the brakes. Right, guys. Now, first things first, we're going to jump across to Nansen.ai. Now, you can see that you can start for free, and there is some free features that you can use, and it's a very useful platform. But I've just hit up Nansen asking if I can get a discount for my community, and they've responded saying that that's possible. So make sure you get into the free Telegram, which is a link down below. And when that's available, I'll share it with you, hopefully in the next few days, so you can get some form of a discount with Nansen. Now, obviously, guys, sign up, get the launch app thing. Now, this particular feature I'm going to use may or may not be available with the free version, but there are lots of different things that are available, so play about with it a bit. If, however, you're lazy, then just stick around to the end of the video, and I'll share with you those key wallets that you can use and how you can get notifications on your phone for absolutely free. Now, as you come into Nansen, I recommend going into the beta version. You'll see, like, this looks incredibly complex, okay, to the untrained eye. But I'm just going to show you a few different bits and pieces that are very easy. Click on tokens, go to token overlap. Now, what we want to find is people who've been absolutely killing it recently. How do we find people who've been killing it? Well, you and I and a bunch of other people, you will notice, get lucky on trades. Okay, they maybe pull the trigger on one coin and it booms, and they're like, I am an absolute hero of trading crypto. Everybody follow me because, you know, I nailed it with Kokinu back in December. And, you know, I've been pretty much down on everything else since. But what we want to find is people who are consistent. How do we find people who are consistent? Well, we need to find people who've been consistently making gains recently on a few different coins at the same time. So let's get back to crypto bubbles. Let's get outside the top 100. Click on the last month. And we can see you got Beam up here having a bit of a killer time. I'm looking for tokens on Ethereum as well, which is key. Okay, Beam has been killing it. Let's get out the side of the top 100. Agix having a very good run. A lot of these, you know, Nasana's on Solana, a few others. OM's been doing pretty well. AGI absolutely booming. And if you were subscribed to my channel, you've been catching the huge moves that have been going on with AGI recently, because I've been talking about that coin quite a lot recently in AI videos that I've been making. So what have we got? We've got AGI, Beam, and one more, Agix. Okay, AGI, Agix, not the same thing, but both within kind of AI stuff. Very key. AI deep in stuff, getting very exciting, gaming infrastructure with Beam. Good narratives to follow. So we know that these people haven't been getting lucky on a whim. They understand that the narratives are the key plays right now. And I will tomorrow bring you a video on like AI tokens and deep in tokens that are yet to pump, because there's a few that look very exciting indeed. And this is clearly the narrative to be following right now. Now, what we're going to do over in Nansen, guys, is go down to where it says tokens, go to token overlap. And first of all, what we had Beam. Let's just write Beam in here. Click Beam. And then the other one was Agix. We can write Agix, and then what it's going to do is it's going to tell me people who hold Agix and Beam. Very cool, right? And then we can come down, you can see token overlap balances. It's going to give me the biggest balances of people who hold both these tokens. Binance at the top obviously holds a ton of crypto. We don't really want to go for these like Binance, Bybit, Binance, Crypto.com, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And we might have to go onto the second page so that we get out of like kind of some of these. and we can go to like active token millionaire. You can see $12.4 million in his wallet. And this lad or lady, whoever it is, on the 1st of December, had about 70 grand in crypto, and then suddenly all of a sudden it's got $12.4 million. Now, obviously, they've been adding funds to this wallet all the time, but the funds have also been growing. And I know they're growing because I can see some of the coins that they're holding here. Now, first big thing, I've now got a wallet full of coins that maybe I've never heard of, but I know that this person's absolutely nailed it recently, okay? Got a handful of coins, various coins ranging from like $250,000 and big time and all sorts of others. OLAS is another coin I'm very bullish on. AI agents I think are going to be huge. Now what I can do is click on transactions and I can start to see what this individual has been up to. And you can see that this trader has been absolutely smashing it recently, okay? But taking a bunch of different trades that maybe I'm not really interested in participating in, okay? Because they're doing like 1 minute, 25 minutes, blah, blah, blah. And these values are fairly inconsistent with like a normal person's wallet. So maybe they're using trading bots, etc. And we're not really into that. So what do? Yeah, we just quit and just go home and sulk about it. No, just find another one. And while I could continue going through them, let's go with AGI, which was Delesium. We've got AGI token here. And let's go with another coin, MEXC, which has been pumping as well. We've already talked about. And you can see, obviously, being much bigger token. So it would make sense that if you were holding this, you'd have a bigger wallet than perhaps the AGI tokens. Okay, this is a good-looking wallet. You can have such a thing. 500k in the bank on crypto. You know, no small fry. What we can see, guys, is the kind of different coins they've been holding over a period of time. You can see what is very interesting is like here, I want to point out some different bits and pieces. You can see as they kind of explode in this yellow kind of section, shows that they're holding other, and you'll be able to find the tokens. But it's good to see that they're getting in and out of various different tokens at various different points. Okay, this shows that they're actively trading, they're taking profits, they're buying new coins, etc. And as we come down, we can see a bunch of different coins within their portfolio, some of which I know, some of which I've never heard of. Now, AGI, we know has been doing really well recently. They got 80 grand in that. Jasmy, rather shockingly, has actually started to do really well recently. He's got 15 grand in that. And a bunch of others. Now, if we come back and click on transactions, then we can see that this trader has been buying and selling different coins every kind of like few hours over the last few days. This we like to see, okay? And this is much more interesting for me because it's more something that I can keep up with. Now, as you can see coming down, you've got this one DRGM, which I'm assuming is Dragon, up 56% in the last 7 days. You've got AGI up 192% in the last 7 days. USDC. Down below, you've got Ali up 90% in the last 7 days. LAI up 100% in 7 days. Jasmy up 48% in the last 7 days. Get the picture, guys, okay? So we know that this guy is absolutely killing it. So all we need to do is this little copy button up here, click copy, and then come across to Arkham. Now what we're going to do is hit the platform button. Now what you need to do is create an account. It says you need invites, but actually I don't think you do anymore. You can just log in with an email address, okay? It's still, I believe, absolutely free, and it's a really good, useful tracking tool. I've talked about this in the past because you can use it to track people like Alex Becker, or just write in Alex Becker here, and it shows you one of his wallets. And you can see some of the trades he's been doing here, like selling his Sidus and other bits and pieces, okay? I recommend not going in diving into the tiny little trades that he's doing because it's just degens sending him cash, knowing that other people are watching him, hoping that they're going to buy to pump the price. Don't do it, okay? So if it's big trades, 10k plus, then yeah, feel free to degen. But paste that in here, which was the address. Let's go back. It was this address I copied here. Jump back to Arkham, paste it here. Okay, now I've got my 500k. Just cross-reference that with the high balance 500k. And I'll leave this wallet somewhere. And I'll make a list of wallet addresses. Scripture, which I'll share in the description down below, guys. Okay, so I'll just write one and maybe I'll put a few others in there. But don't worry, you're not going to have to sit through me doing this 5 times over because you probably get the picture by now. I'll do it once more in a minute. Okay, cool. Now, in Arkham, we can see all the sort of same stuff that we saw over before in Nansen, and you can see all the different trades and bits and pieces that he's doing down here. Now what we want to do is click create an alert, and you can see you can title the alert, and let's call him like a whale 1 or whatever he was. Okay, you could say he was the AGI beam guy. Okay, and what I can do down below is I can just leave all this blank, and you can see what USD value. I can say like a minimum value, which might be handy, a minimum like $1,000. This means that I'm going to ignore like most of the kind of like noisy like transaction fees, maybe participating in airdrops and all that crap, and maybe I can catch the bigger moves. Anyway, what chain? For those coins, he's trading on Ethereum, right? Search for a token. And then it says, how shall we alert you? And you can choose via email, you can choose via Twitter or Discord or whatever. And once you've selected that, you can then just create the alert, and then you're good to go. Absolute no-brainer, okay? So you can take the 5 wallets I put in the description down below, paste them in here, set up your alerts, and then you're good to go. Now, I don't recommend that you just completely ape into anything that anyone buys without doing your due diligence on those projects. But it's just bringing to attention coins and things that maybe are worth knowing about that maybe you wouldn't have known about before. And if you also see consistent kind of like people buying into, let's say Jasmine in this case, across all those different wallets that I've talked about and other wallets that you're finding, then you can just follow what the whales are doing. Because a lot of these DEX degen traders are smarter than us, okay? It's fine. I'm not going to get upset about it, but if we use that information, then we can really gain insight that maybe isn't on offer anywhere else. Now let's find another one, shall we? Now, one of the coins I've been talking about a lot recently is Kazuna, because Kazuna's been absolutely booming since I've talked about it on this channel, and I basically shared it within some of my communities. Now, we actually had a shout out for Kazuna the other day in the Crypto League. And within the Crypto League, there's 12 experts who are the only ones allowed to post in the group, ensuring that we only get the best calls going. Almost every single day, we have a different live Zoom call from an expert, either talking about airdrops, myself, talking about different processes like the one we've just gone over in this video, talking about different coin calls and things that I'm looking at and that other experts are looking at. We do things like building portfolios and so many other bits and pieces. And various recent calls we've called have been Kazuna. We had another guy called V-Chain before this epic pump, which is now up 60%. We called AGI all the way back at the start of December, which since then is now up over 400%. Recently, there was an announcement about Filecoin, which has also been absolutely booming. So if you want to join a community that cuts out all the noise and just uses a few carefully selected experts who are working full-time in crypto, then join the Crypto VIP League. There's going to be a discount which is available for just the next 24 hours or so. So if you go to that link down below and you use the code MASTERCLASS1 when checking out, then you get that discount. And then you can start joining the community in the live calls and don't miss out on any of this. Okay, so back into this, guys. Let's think about the other coins recently that are pumped. I just talked about Kazuna. We've got Kazuna in here. Let's put in another one. AGI, guys, we know is obviously having a booming time, and I want to wrap this video up quickly. So we got Kazuna, AGI. These two coins absolutely ripping towards the upside right now. Kazuna, if you're not sure, is a meme coin built by Tao Bitenza's AI. Okay, so it fits very nicely with that AI narrative that's pumping right now. That's why I've kind of been heavily behind this project for a while. AGI is building like AI agents that kind of like operate within games, etc. So imagine walking around within a video game and all the different characters basically being AI agents or AI people interacting with you to improve your gaming experience. That's why these are kind of pumping hard right now. Now we can see there's a few different balances. Just by hovering over, you can see like different people with different balances. This one, $291,000. And you can see that they're holding like a bunch of different tokens that have started to perform more recently. Now what is good as well, we come down below, we can see kind of like a variety of different tokens, some of which you might have heard of, some of which you may have never heard of. And we're not necessarily looking to just copy a portfolio like this, because remember, they've already seen a lot of growth recently, but what we're looking for is to try and follow their transactions. So we just click on transactions, and you can see again they've steadily been accumulating things. Now here's one, Metacade. I'm interested in this because I did feature Metacade like last year and I kind of have forgotten about it. So let's have a look. Metacade. And as you can see, Metacade has been in kind of like this kind of push, has fallen back down, fallen into this buy zone, and has moved beyond this kind of line here. Now actually, as I see it, Metacade could well be due to pump kind of towards up here. It's like a gaming community GameFi thing, and actually potentially worth taking a look at. Okay, so this guy was buying just sort of 8 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 days ago, it was in here. If you'd had an alert on at that time, then maybe you'd be up around 40% in Metacade, a coin that maybe you'd never even heard of before. And if you're interested in buying Metacade, there's a link for Bitget, which I think is one of the only big exchanges it's on. That's down below in the description with a bonus and all that good stuff. So what can I do? I can just copy this again. I can go across to Arkham. I can paste it in there. I can set up my alerts and get all that good stuff going. But just for you guys, you know, I'm going to put it down below. I'm just going to bang in another one, and then I'm going to go away and find a few more. Now, you've probably gone across to Nansen, and maybe you've gone, okay, maybe this is a little bit out of my price range. I don't want to deal with that. That's absolutely fine. I fully understand, guys. There is other ways to do anything. Anything in life, anything in crypto particularly, if you don't have the money to spend, you just have to put in a little bit more time and effort. But don't worry, I'm all about that as well. Let's find out how we can do it. Go to coinmarketcap.com. We've got Kazuna, okay? We know this coin's already been pumping. It's important to find a coin that's been pumping, okay, for at least the last few days. Come down below, contracts, copy. Quickly jump back, find out when Kazuna started pumping. 7th of February, today is the 20th, about 13, 14 days ago. Okay, then what we're going to do is jump across to June.com. We're going to write token analyzer, spelled like this, okay? And you just need to sign in. I believe it's free, although it does talk about pricing. I've never paid a penny here. You're going to paste that Kazuna code in there, okay? You're going to write 15 days, because remember, it's around 13, 14 days that it's been pumping. And then I'm going to write chain. I'm going to select Ethereum. How do I know it's on the Ethereum chain? Because here it says Ethereum. Come back here. You're going to hit enter. It says run 6 queries and something about credits. And someone was like, oh, well, I haven't got credits. Just run the queries. It's quicker than just writing that comment on my wall. And you can see that it all works for free without any credits using. I don't think I have. Anyway, new 90 wallets today. Okay, very important as well, guys. If you're looking at buying coins that have already been pumping, check as well. I think accumulating new wallets, this is actually really good. It's a small coin, 1,500 wallets, 90 new wallets have been created for Kazuna. Pumped, okay? It will continue to pump if that continues to happen. Now, you can see down below, top trades by estimated profits, okay? Now, what we want to do is see a few of these kind of profits and maybe select 1 or 2. Now, I'm just going to select this second one here. You can see made $21,000 on Kazuna. Small coin, okay? It might not seem like a lot of money, but for a small coin like this, it's quite a lot. Copy that address, chuck it into Arkham. We can see this person's got like $7,500. You know, you got a bit of money in Solana. They got some Ethereum, got various other bits and pieces. Again, you can set up your alert. You can follow the trades and things they're taking. If the wallet doesn't work because you've selected a bot or something else, just go down the list until you find another one. Remember, if you're using like the free tools, they're not always as clean and easy to use, but they still work really well if you're prepared to put a bit more time and effort in. And you can see it, $1,600. This is not necessarily a killer one to be following. But eventually you'll find one like this, and you can see they've been making tons of money recently, $95,000. They're holding Kazuna. They're holding a bunch of other coins in here. Again, you can see all the different notifications and all the different things they're trading all the time. Very easy, very straightforward, and you don't need to use that paid tool. Now, in terms of where to buy different coins like this, if you're going to be trading more regularly, then you make sure that you do it with the lowest fees possible. And the lowest fees available are through MEXC, link down below in the description, where you can see it's 0% spot maker taker fees. 0% on futures, which is absolutely crazy, and like a 0.1%. And like this on takers fees, which is the smallest pretty much industry-wide. It has around 4,500 different crypto coins, which is bigger than any other exchange out there. Now, if you're in the US or another country and you're like, I can't access MEXC, well, all you need to do is get a NordVPN link down below, guys. It's like $2.50 per month. You'll get 4 months free as well if you use my link. And that's going to allow you to use different exchanges from different countries. Also, it's incredibly important to have a VPN if you're trading and you're using different wallets, etc. all the time to protect yourself from people who potentially could be spying on your wallets and your transactions, because it double encrypts your connection. That's really, really important. If you're trading any sums of money at all, guys, then in my opinion, you should use $2.50 per month to protect yourself rather than the risk thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars during trading because you're not being protected. Now, I am partnered with NordVPN, which is why I've got you that deal, and I will receive a small commission if you go and sign up through that link. So thank you for supporting the channel. Now, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're new and you want to see more content like this that no one else is talking about, then subscribe, get into the free Telegram link down below, and I'll see you tomorrow in another video.